Have you ever received a message that looked so insignificant, you almost ignored it? What if I told you that one such letter saved me from drowning in debt and changed my life forever? The room was dark except for the flicker of a weak lamp. My hands trembled as I sifted through a pile of unpaid bills. Rent was overdue, my children's school fees were pending, and the small vegetable stall I ran was barely making a profit. My chest tightened as I stared at the numbers. How did I let things get this bad? I asked myself curiously. I reached for another bill when I saw it. It's a brown envelope tucked at the bottom of the pile. It looked like junk, but something made me open it. My hands trembled as I unfolded the letter that says, "Congratulations. You qualify for a community entrepreneurship grant. Attend the financial workshop at the town hall tomorrow to claim it." I blinked. Was this real? Or just another scam? I had never heard of a financial workshop before. "What is it?" my wife asked. "A chance to fix this mess," I replied. That night, I barely slept. Desperation whispered, "You have nothing to lose." The next morning, I made a decision. The town hall was packed with villagers. On the stage stood a man in a crisp suit. His voice loud as he spoke. "Do you know the first rule of money? Spend less." The crowd responded. The speaker replied. He said, "You must learn how to make money work for you." My eyebrows furrowed. Money working for me? How? I asked silently. "We'll teach you budgeting, investment strategies, and how to scale small businesses," he said, staring through the crowd. I clung to every word, desperate for a way out. But one lesson hit me like a thunderbolt. "Raise your hand if you have debt." The speaker ordered. I hesitates, then raises a hand along with most villagers. "Now, keep your hand up if you track your expenses." The question strokes me hard as my hand faltered. "There's your problem. If you don't know where your money is going, you'll never control it," he said confidently. I felt a pang of guilt. How many times had I bought unnecessary things instead of saving for emergencies? I knew I had to change, but change wasn't going to be easy. The first thing I did was write down every expense I make: food, transport, even the candies I bought for my kids. My wife asked, "Do we really spend this much on snacks?" Apparently, we slashed unnecessary expenses and created a budget. For the first time, I felt in control, but control wasn't enough. I needed more income. Then an idea struck me. I decided to expand my vegetable stall, but I needed capital. "We don't have savings." My wife said softly, "I know. But what if we reinvest the little profit we make instead of spending it?" I was able to convince her it was a gamble, so I planted more crops and diversified my stock. Slowly, customers noticed the difference. Hope blossomed alongside the vegetables. We started having massive sales within and outside our community. But just when things were improving, disaster struck. A storm wiped out half my crops. I stood in the field, heartbroken. "What will you do now?" a neighbor asked. "I don't know. But I can't give up." I remembered the financial workshop lessons about emergency funds and diversification. I hadn't fully prepared, but I had some money set aside. It was enough to get back on my feet. And then, something unexpected happened. The village chief visited my stall. He said, "I heard you've been doing well despite the storm. How would you like to supply the entire village market?" My jaw dropped. It was the opportunity I'd been praying for. I grabbed the opportunity without thinking twice. With the new deal, I earned enough to pay off my debts and save for the future. But there was one more lesson to learn. Success is meaningless if you don't help others. I started teaching villagers the lessons I had learned: budgeting, reinvesting profits, and saving for emergencies. One neighbor said to me, "Thanks to you, my business is thriving too." Hearing those words filled me with pride. The struggle had been worth it. But I never forgot that letter. Looking back, that letter was more than just an invitation. It was a wake-up call to take control of my finances. Sometimes, we think the solution is out there when it's within us, and it requires our discipline, knowledge, and courage to get what we want. Don't wait for a miracle. Be your own breakthrough. Now I want to hear from you. What financial decision changed your life? Or are you still waiting for your breakthrough? If you found value in this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more personal finance lessons through storytelling. Let's take control of our financial destinies together. See you in the next video.